want... Oh, wow, that transitioned really fast. Hi, everybody. I was not ready for that. It just like blipped into existence. That was weird.
Are you going to make it?
I don't know. That really threw me off. That really threw me off. I was counting fast like you do, but then I was slowing down.
Happy birthday to what?
Yeah, that one. But it just... Anyway, hi. It's Sunday.
Hi.
It's been a couple of weeks since I've been here.
It's true. You had 2 replacements last week.
I did. Excuse me? Replacements? Not even substitutes? Ouch. Ouch. Get out. Get
you
out.
should take that as a compliment.
Out.
Because as we said
How?
on stream, it takes 2 of them to make one of you.
That's true. That's very true.
Chat, I got out of it.
Yeah, smooth. Yeah. Good job. You're off the hook for now.
Shannon, how was your week?
My week. How was my week? It was busy. And busier than usual. I had doctor's appointments. I was entertaining because my mom and her partner were here, and my brother had his baby shower on Saturday, which was fun.
When is their baby due?
In exactly a month. A month and a day. May 24th is the due date, but I think it's a baby girl. And I think
my God, it's spring.
Yeah. Walk me through how you got there, please. I need to know the thought jump that got you there.
You said the baby is born in a month and a day. And I was about to say, a spring baby. And then I realized internally, I was like, no, spring starts in April. And then I looked down.
Spring already started. It started in March.
Wait, I thought April 21st was the beginning of spring.
March 21st.
Is it March 21st?
Yes.
Well, wrong in all accounts, chat.
You get an F for that.
I am not enrolled. I am auditing this class. I'm thinking this class is pass-fail.
Fail.
No, I'm gonna appeal.
Denied.
Who's the chair of your department?
I'm the chair.
All right, who's the dean?
I'm the
Who's
dean.
the president of this university?
Me!
Is this university accredited? I don't think so. I'm taking this to the court.
Oh no, we're silly. We're silly. How was your week? Oh.
My week was good-ish. It was a busy. I wasn't that busy actually at work. It was just. My weeks are really long right now because I'm teaching the night class.
Apparently, it was busy enough that you didn't answer my message. From last week.
Yeah, well, you messaged me on
Tuesday, which I know your
days
are busy.
I would say never message me on Tuesday or Thursday because the chances of my response drop dramatically because in my head I'll respond and I will not respond and I won't even be on Discord for 12 hours out of the day. And so yeah, that's my excuse.
I don't want your excuse. I want you to answer my fucking question.
We can. Well, you have me tonight. I'll answer the question tonight.
Excellent.
That's true.
Excellent.
David! I always
Hi,
answer
David.
Eventually. Hello, David.
Yes. Yes, you too. Eventually. And I used to.
I never don't not answer.
That's true. And I used to overthink it a lot.
Everyone in my life has.
Yeah, and then I got to know you better, and I was like, it is not personal. No, not even a little bit.
If people in my life didn't learn that, then I would have no friends. My family wouldn't talk to me because I'm so bad at answering messages.
But you do. You do just sometimes right
takes
away.
Some time.
It's so.
And you know who else
so
does
funny.
that? You know who else does that?
My
Your
husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you're besties.
Yeah, it's funny because now as an adult, I'm more understanding of when we were in high school and college, and I used to get mad at him for not answering me and Brian's
So did
text
I.
messages,
Me too.
Hang out, but the thing is, he would always get there, and I would remember I would get a text message from him. No, like 3 weeks later sometimes to like some dumb text I sent him at like a Friday, and I'd be like, oh okay, and I was like, I like this though, because like I don't mind the
keep the
break.
conversation going.
Yeah, and then and then I started doing it. So maybe I just picked all these bad habits up from your husband.
There's non-zero chance I picked up some bad habits from him.
Pretty much, me and your husband, whenever we're hanging out, is an exchange of bad habits.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair. But you know what? You complement each other so well. You're great besties.
So my week was actually very good. It was just long as they are right now because I'm.
You're teaching, right?
You know what's wild?
What's wild?
We're gonna have to talk about when we stream in the fall. Because guess what was teaching a night class on Mondays?
No.
7 weeks. Yeah.
No, we haven't missed a Monday in 3.5 years.
I know.
What the fuck? I mean, yay!
No, and I can't even get it changed because I'm teaching another class that's on Thursdays, so they can't move it to Tuesday, Thursday.
Oh.
I was going to ask, and then I was like, oh,
baby boy. He's had so much trouble falling asleep tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, baby boy. I hope he'll go back to sleep.
Well, let's get moving.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
So anyway, just last thing about my week. Had 2 classes. So I teach Introduction to Film, and this was like the best week ever of classes because Tuesday. So this is the week in the schedule where I had them watch movies that I had not watched before.
Oh, so y'all watched it together.
Exactly, and it was so good. So we watched Sound of Metal on Tuesday.
I've never even heard of that.
It's a fantastic movie. It's about a heavy metal drummer who loses his hearing, and his process of being deaf. But it's also a metaphor for addiction, because he's an addict, and he's sort of like he becomes addicted to the idea of getting his hearing back. So he like sells all of his belongings to get the cochlear implants, and they like film it like he's an addict selling all of his stuff to buy drugs. And it's really interesting, and it's such a great movie, like phenomenal film. One of my students told me that his sister is a teacher for hearing impaired students, and the students in the movie are her students.
No way!
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Or were her students 4 years ago when it was released.
That's really cool.
Which was interesting. And then on Thursday we watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it was a religious moment. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like I truly think it's one of the best movies ever made.
Ooh, that's high praise.
So good. Good, amazing action film, amazing comedy, amazing heartfelt generational trauma discussions with with an immigrant family. Great experimental aspects. That's what we were actually teaching that day in class. But so I had a good week in class.
Great.
I also had a student tell me that they never saw themselves as a writer ever their entire life, and now they want to pursue a career in screenwriting.
Wow.
In my writing class.
Wow. Look at you. You're changing lives, Sean. You are changing lives.
And then I went to hockey today with my brother-in-law and my dad, and then I came home and hurt my wrist. Hence this.
Ouch. I'm sorry your wrist hurt.
It's okay.
You hurt your wrist.
Okay. I'll survive. I think I'll survive.
I think we don't have to cut it off. Likely.
No, maybe. I don't know. It is annoying to have to wrap it for one day.
Yeah.
So I think after the power hour, just gonna lop it off.
Yeah, probably best not to do that on screen.
No, we'll probably get banned.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of cutting off parts of the body, what happened last week on Paradice Productions?
Did something get cut off last week?
A head.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty significant. Okay.
The grading hasn't begun yet, Shannon. But before you get going, what is your predicted grade for tonight?
Well, let me just look at my notes real quick here.
The way your voice just trilled sounded like that, like the Wild West, like that whistle sound.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
The way your voice just trilled there.
I think I'm gonna give myself a solid B+ because I'm not entirely.
B+.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know.
Alrighty.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Also, you asked, I had hopped off the chat last week when you guys were doing the power, but I do have the Gwen Valeri date. I have both dates. Whatever date that I have it.
You have the Aldhalorian date.
I do. I have both because I'm the superior note taker.
Well, let's start with that.
Great. It is the 10th of Maravala on a Vinsdag in the year 1326. Or it is the 10th of Septim on a... Do you pronounce it Himmel or Himmel?
Himmel.
Himmel. In the year 826. And don't tell me it's wrong because I checked it and it's right. So...
Oh, she checked it.
I did. I have it all written down.
You know what's really funny?
What?
What's really funny?
What?
I didn't update the day in the recap. So I had it as a Maresnir, which is a Tuesday. But it is you're right, it is a Himmelnir.
Yeah, I know I'm right. Yeah.
Congrats, you did it.
Thanks.
So
I did it.
That gets you got 10 points.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Towards your final grade.
Excellent. We started with a vignette, which I did not spell vignette correctly. I'm just realizing.
Please tell me.
I did vignette. I switched the N and the G.
Vignette.
Vignette. Yes, very French.
A vignette.
Yes, a vignette. What
happened in this vignette?
In this vignette, there is a human drinking tea with shaggy brown hair. His name is Lucas, and he looks nervous. And there is a pale green dragonborn sitting across from him, wearing very nice clothes. And from what I gathered from the conversation that followed, he was some kind of inspector or sheriff or PI following the events of what happened in our very first episode. And he is asking Lucas, who we learn later in the scene is related to somebody who was killed in that church. Or maybe he's a reporter, because he said this will go into print by the end of the week. What happened to your brother in that church? So he's this Dragonborn is pursuing somehow found out about what happened there and is trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, he's an investigative journalist.
Investigative journalist. See, I had both there. I said it is there.
For the Hyven Times.
The Hyven Times. Is that canon?
Yeah. He said the name of the paper. I'm pretty sure I said Hyven Times. I think he said that because I think he said this will go into. He said this will go into print by the end of the week.
Yes.
But I think maybe it was the end of the episode that he said. No, he joked because all he said was, "I have a few questions at the end of the episode." But I think he said it is just going to be in the Hyven Times or something. Maybe I said this in my head. But.
I think you said it in your head.
Yeah.
But so that was a little vignette at the beginning, and then we swoosh smash cut.
An actual very short vignette.
Yes, it was. It was very short.
Yeah.
You said it was going to be short, and it was. Excellent.
All right, and then we
whoosh smash cut back to combat. Don't do that. Jacquet rolls a successful death save. Thank goodness. Not a natural 20, but successful. Septimus fails his first one. I had started listing out every combat thing, and then I lost it because I was in combat. So yeah. I have one thing for everybody. I went up to Hastings and missed with the sword hit, but pissed him off about his shirt. Bruce healed Jacquet and planted a magical snare, and Fion's booming blade misses. And then the next note I have, because combat. Bruce, poor Bruce got all caught up with the crabs.
Yeah.
That was. I guess
can you remember what were the major parts of combat? I mean, you've got one there with Bruce getting all scuttled up with the crabs.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean,
and even if you just the general gist.
The next big one I have is that Fionn beheads Hastings and totally. Yeah. Kills him.
So the general vibe of the fight was a tug of war, basically, is the way I would put it.
That's a good way to
put it. The people who were free, to move around, were in a tug of war between capturing or killing Hastings and making sure that Bruce didn't die. Because if no one went to Bruce, Bruce was going to die.
Yeah.
Because Bruce is a very weak boy.
Just
and
getting
he had
pulled apart by the crabs.
two medium-sized scuttler crabs, one holding his leg, one holding his arm. They were just dragging him.
Yep. There's a net.
Yeah.
And then
he got a net thrown over him by one of the Carcados crab people.
Mm-hmm.
And they were basically just dragging him away to, eat him.
Yep.
And it was actually, it's interesting to see who did what there. Like, Yorke chose to help Bruce. And while Septimus and Fear and
Sass did too.
Hastings.
That's
right. Sass did.
Sass did too.
You went and attacked the other Carcanos.
Yep.
And then when Septimus was up is when you then.
Then I fucked off.
Pursued.
Yep.
Fucked off and pursued Hastings.
Right.
And overall, they performed poorly with their roles. Their plan was good. Like their choices were good. But their rolls were terrible.
Oh my god, everybody's rolls fucking sucked.
Like, so many 9s.
So many 9s.
And the thing was, is 9s against, like, DCs that were 10.
Yeah.
The DCs were not high on those crabs or the net. But Bruce just could not roll higher than a 10 or 9. And it's like, he doesn't have great strength, but it's not like he has, like, a -5.
Right,
he has a
it's not
-1.
that bad.
And then Mike... continuing to be the most unluckiest person I've ever met in D&D. He needs to take the lucky feat, I think.
Yeah, go get all Iroh on this shit. Yeah.
Because he just
he needs the rerolls.
It's funny in Dimension 20, Murph in the main group is that way.
Is he?
He's
yeah.
Notoriously rolls badly the same way Mike does.
It's cursed. Like, I don't know how you break it.
I don't like it's just insane. Like we take data for this campaign on rolls and attacks and like how we Alex has a sophisticated data collection process.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see like when we get like maybe like 20 episodes in, like, Mike's average rolls.
Yeah.
To see if it's like we're just perceiving it this way.
Yeah.
Confirmation bias, or if it's like he's actually significantly behind everyone else. Rolls.
I'm curious as well. We're going on to episode 11 tomorrow, so we got pretty good data collection.
I mean, you guys are pretty much done with the first arc for the most part, in the sense of like you've finished Hastings off.
Which was,
I mean, there's still like leftovers of that with like the pirate crew and stuff. But that's for speculation. Let's actually finish the recap.
Okay.
So that's the gist of combat there, what I said. Bruce the tug of war to save Bruce or capture Hastings, and the party successfully saves Bruce and captures Hastings. Although some of them took a pretty heavy hit for it. I mean, Sass, you went down at one point.
Right? You? No, I didn't go down until after.
No, you don't. Okay,
no.
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
You stayed at 1 hit point for a while.
I did.
Because you got healed, and then you got dropped back down at 1 hit point.
Right.
But anyway, so there's a bunch of hullabaloo. Fearn finally catches up to Hastings. While Hastings is calling for reinforcements, Fearn gets that good hit. Because the thing is, Fearn was missing all night.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Fearn's hits would have like crushed him.
Right.
Because Fearn hits hard with the booming blade.
He does.
And so he got his final hit on him.
Yep.
And he lopped the head off. Even though some of you wanted to capture him alive.
Yeah.
That's Fearn. He sees something dangerous, and he doesn't want to risk anything.
Yep.
And that he even says that later on, which we'll get to in your recap. So, head flies off. We took a break. We come back.
What happens? A fog cloud erupts on the cliffside, and
after a brief argument over Fearn, a brief yelling at Fearn.
Yes, and there will be more yelling at Fearn. Oh, more not. Nah, I did.
Yeah, it was.
I'll
get
that.
What the fuck are you doing? Well, actually, Shannon, there's a little bit more before the fog.
There is.
What happened? A little bit happened before the fog.
I mean, I have the pirate crew that came in. That's my next notes. Okay.
So I'll fill in this. It's not a lot, but it's enough that I would say it should be said. Because so the group is standing there, and Yorke begins to sneak down to try to catch the pirates. Septimus stops him and says, I don't think we should be announcing ourselves.
They don't know what
get out of here.
They don't know what we look like.
They don't know what we look like. They don't know we did this. And then Jacquet immediately, very loudly said, "And we all know who killed Hastings. It was me, LaRue."
Yep.
And then Fearn went, "Hey!"
Yeah.
Because Fearn
was the one that did, yeah. Yeah.
And Jacquet was like, "Hey, you work for me." But
LaRue.
And then, you know, because Jacquet has this whole thing where he wants this LaRue persona to be like, he wants it to be known that he's LaRue is the tough guy.
Right.
So he tries to get it to at least they hear this, and then you all start to leave. And
yes.
The fog cloud happens.
Yes, and three of the 5 of us go inside immediately. That was Bruce, Fearn, and Septimus, and then Sass and Jacquet stay ready to like. We're being like stealthy, but like we were stealthing. Jacquet succeeded, Sass failed. So the first person who came out.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a while to get used to the fact that you're not gonna be acing every single stealth
I
roll.
know, it really. I miss my rogue stats so much. And honestly, my stealth isn't bad. It's just.
But it'll
not
never
what it
be
was.
as good.
It'll never
be as good.
No, never. No.
Because you'd have no reason to put a bunch of stuff in the decks.
I know. I just because
you got to get used to your new role.
There's
a blast gun and a tentacle gun.
Pew pew.
Pew pew smack. That's your rotation
that's
for your combat.
Pew pew smack. Yes, I need a long rest before I can do my
smack more.
Before I can smack more. Yep. But I can smack more now because we fucking leveled up.
But we'll get to that.
Yes, because that happened. That we leveled up at the end. So first person steps out of the fog cloud, the one that was the one to cast it. Do you pronounce it Lasha or Lasha?
Let me double check my notes.
Roxra.
Yeah, because I have a nice, lovely. I'm using OneNote now, and I have a really lovely NPC master list.
Very nice. I think you pronounced it Lasha.
What the fuck?
Maybe
I got signed out of it.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Yeah, my wrist hurts from typing.
No. You're gonna have to go like this on your brand new keyboard.
What?
What?
Oh, I don't have. Oh, he's not free. That's okay. I have to use my more work. Because I do get free software. Oh god, stupid fucking 2-factor authentication. Sorry, I'm going through a thing right now.
Okay, well, I'll just describe this person while you get in and get the pronunciation.
I'm in.
Great. This person is the foremaster of the Bone Rattler. She is a half-orc woman with gray skin. And this, like, I think you said she had, like, black makeup, like, smeared on her face.
Yep. And it has, like rivulets that go through it.
Yes.
Because she drips water.
Drips water.
On her
Yep.
forehead.
Yep. And there was a ship rumor that she was really into books, really liked to read, and she's also magical.
She's not the book one.
She's not the book one?
Yeah, no. Lasha is not the book. She's just Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You're correct. She is the rumors that she likes mystery or detective novels.
Detective novels. I'm gonna write that.
And it is Lasha.
Lasha. Okay. Cool.
Lasha Roxra.
Roxra. Yes.
Roxra.
I spelled it Rohkzra.
Yeah, because I told you. You asked me.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I asked. Yeah, I was real proud of myself. I did not ask you for.
She has pale chestnut hair kept in a shaggy wolf cut. Keeps it. Oh yeah, I didn't say that part. So. Well, you know that she keeps a deer stalker cap.
Cool.
But yes, she is magical.
Yes, she was the one that cast the fog cloud, so she came out first. And
she's a storm sorcerer.
Oh, that sounds cool.
One of my favorite sorcerer classes.
I was actually thinking about campaign 3 character. And
I was like, Shannon?
I know. And I was like, I want to, so I've done fire, I've done water, and like now, and I was like, I think I want to do storms next.
Yeah.
So.
I like that theme of you're just doing elements.
Elements, yeah.
Because you did, because I mean, you could also argue that Scarlet was fire and earth.
That's true, because she was a lava genasi. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yes, Lasha.
Yes.
Roxra.
So we're trying to back away without being seen. Jacquette succeeds. Sass does not. Lasha sees her and is like, "What the fuck?" And Sass tries to talk her way out of it. It was real awkward and real unsuccessful, especially because Fearon came back out wearing Captain Hastings' boots and had a bloody sword over his shoulder.
We forgot to mention that you guys looted his corpse pretty heavily.
Thoroughly.
Jacquette got the gun.
Yep.
And,
in our group chat.
Fearon. Oh my god, I went through everyone before I got to the real name.
In our group chat, Stefan was like, "Dibs on the gun."
I think, but didn't Fearon come out after the second person?
He did.
Showed
Yes.
up?
The second person was Alina Forsvara.
Yep, Forsvara. Yeah, you got it right.
I did not ask you how to spell this, but
how did you spell it? This one's pretty simple.
Forzvara.
Yeah. And she is the quartermaster.
Yes, I have that right down. I have it.
I'm sorry, I'm getting excited because
she's very cool. She's really cool. She's a big deal on the ship. She's the quartermaster.
You don't know Lasha. What was Lasha's position?
Oh, fuck. Hold on. I know this.
Because it did appear to...
I know this.
You that it seemed like she was probably promoted.
Yes.
She was here. But what was her position?
Oh, God. It's not Seafarer, because that's what I was.
Yeah, it's the next level up from Seafarer.
Yep. Oh, fuck. What does it start with?
It begins with an F.
Oh, I said it already. She was the Foremaster of the Bone Rattler.
Well, there's many Foremasters.
Okay. All I have is Foremaster.
I know, but the way you said it is like there's only one. But so like all the like 4 or 5 seafarers are managed by a Foremaster. So if there's more than
was she
5
my
crew members,
was she my Foremaster?
She was not your Foremaster.
Okay.
I'm
gonna need to know
you worked
who was
more
my
directly with Bjorn, who even though he was bosun, bosuns managed the 4 masters, but
he was like head Foremaster.
Was your Foremaster, yeah, essentially.
Got it. Okay.
It's the real term in actual like old Navy stuff is it's just 4-man, I think. So I just changed it to Foremaster. Like Seafarer is a loose term also. Yeah.
Anyway, so Alina's the quartermaster. We are not sure what she... Huh?
Or no, Alina.
Sorry. Yeah. We're not sure what she is. She's got dusky blue skin, coral growths on her head, a massive green hair and braids like seagrass. She's dressed really well. She might be a Triton. She might be a Genasi. She might be,
sea elf.
A sea elf. That was the other one. We don't know. But she's a big deal, and she was pissed. So, while Septimus and Bruce, while this part is happening, they're attempting to reset the crossbow bolt trap as another line of defense. Let's see. All right, so Alina starts questioning Sass, being like, what the fuck happened here? Sass is trying to lie. Does really, really bad. And then Jacquette steps out from behind a rock and said, "It was me, LaRue!" And he launches the alchemist's fire that he had bought in a previous session.
Yeah, this is after the what is the like always really good scene was when you were saying Fearon didn't kill Hastings, and then she says there's blood on his ginormous sword,
and he's wearing
the captain's boots.
And Shannon was like, fuck. Like, it's just spiraling. Like, I don't know what to do. So Jacquette launches the alchemist fire. Lasha fires an acid arrow at Sass, which hits, and the initial hit didn't drop her, but
brought you down to 1 health.
It did, and then taking more damage did drop her.
Has a damage over time effect to it.
Yep. They leave in the fog cloud. Alina and Lasha do. They leave in the fog cloud, but they've seen Sass, Fiern, and slash LaRue. So they leave. Fiern carries Sass into the room where the other two are. Bruce feeds her a health potion. We go back to the traps, all through the traps pretty easily since we know they're there. And it didn't appear that we were followed. And we go back through at Sindel's house, and she's just like, just go. Get out. I don't want anything to do with you people. Just leave. Bruce gives most of her stuff back except the ship sinker and the potions. Fiern smears some of the captain's blood on some of her things as a warning to stop working with dangerous people. Let's see. So then we head back in the direction to go rest at the Cask and Crow. Jacquette goes in. Bruce, actually everybody except Sass goes in because she's not welcome there. Or she wasn't the last time and just didn't feel like dealing with
It's
Kana.
The interesting thing is you're saying you're not welcome, but it's really that you just don't want to pay for things.
I don't.
That's why they don't.
I
it's
don't.
More like you're a disruption to their business.
I am. Yes,
because
very
you
much
also
so.
steal food off of plates.
I do. So I am a disruption, and therefore I am not welcome.
There you go. There you go. I want to make it clear that
Yes.
Kana is unwelcoming to you because
No.
although she is kind of a bitch.
She's a bitch to people who are
poor.
Who are poor. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The emerald. What's Alex talking about?
I guess he probably kept the emerald. Well, no, Alex, you would have had to use the spare emerald. Oh wait, no. Yeah, he could keep the emerald. Yeah, the emerald that once
wasn't that in the gun? Not the gun.
No,
the ship sinker.
No, there was a vial that had the solution in it. The emerald was it had the water elemental within the
Got it.
emerald was drained from it. So it's just a normal emerald now with worth some money.
Got it.
Or it could be used to there could be a ritual to capture a water elemental into it if you talk to the right people.
Got it. So we're all back there. Bruce and Septimus chat in their room about the fuck did we get ourselves into, and also Septimus wants to go talk to Torcal and see. I think he wanted to go see if there was work.
And to talk about some other things.
Yeah.
He specifically said he wanted to talk to Torcal because he wants to see if he can upgrade Sal. And he's particularly saying Septimus in that moment is particularly interestingly not being harsh on the party, but on himself.
Right.
Saying how he should have known better. He should have been more prepared. He was mad at himself for not prepping properly and not being smart about it. He was not. He was obviously upset about how everything went to shit.
Sure.
But he seemed to be more mad at himself for not being smart enough to have predicted some of these things or prepared the right things. So he's basically saying it's time for me to take this seriously.
Yeah.
Was kind of the vibe of it.
Yeah. And Bruce is like, I'll stick with you. I'm gonna go with you wherever you go.
Exactly.
Fiern goes to talk to Jacquette about having a hard time with the pain of others, which I thought was a really cool line. He's having trouble kind of I'm trying to remember the context this was in.
It was Sass. He's having trouble because he said as soon as he's talking about, he's referencing stepping out and how he had trouble when you were seemingly in trouble. He had trouble not intervening.
Got it.
Even though it might have been smarter for him not to intervene.
Got it. Yeah. And so then, so they kind of talk about that, and he said something about I don't think Sass understands, and Jacquette was like, no, she understands. I don't remember what the understand part was though.
The violence. I think this was coming from the fact that you had one chastise them for being more brutish with Sindel, and then again chastised him for killing Hastings.
Right.
So I think in Fearon's perspective, it's you are you don't understand the what's necessary for the world that they live in, because they were kind of talking about how like they feel like they are, for lack of a better way to put it, violent men, or men capable of violence in that sense, and that the rest of the party is not. Even though Sass is capable, like
right.
in Fearon's perspective, she doesn't, she doesn't have the stomach for it.
Got it.
And then Fearon, and then Jacquette was like, no, I think she does.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's that. See why I think I'm getting a B+, because I don't have the little details. You know what I was doing? I was catching up on notes while all this was happening. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So inevitably missed things. So that's Bruce Septimus.
And a lot happened at the end.
Yeah. So Sass goes down to hang out by the water, because she doesn't want to go back to the hostel where she was before, because there's a chance that Alina and Lasha either put feelers out or like put an alert out, be like, look for this chick. And so she doesn't want to go there. She didn't feel safe. So she goes down to the water. And when she posts up in a spot, the water kind of like snakes around her in this like comforting embrace. And she said, I hope this was worth it. And we get kind of a first glimpse of her patron, which was kind of like, it was, I think you described like there was like a light.
An
angler light. Yep. On the head, and it was just like one of those things where you could just see.
Yeah, it was basically just like a scaled fishy head.
Yeah.
You saw these amber eyes.
Yeah.
And then this light coming off, and then some hair coming down.
Yep.
I didn't describe it fully. It was for a quick description.
Yes, exactly, and it was meant.
But it was intentionally meant to be a quick description,
Yeah.
not like a full glimpse.
Yeah.
Because Sass didn't see it. It was kind of like
It's
hey,
for the
everybody,
audience.
you see this, but
Yeah.
little fish head with the angler light.
And then the last thing that happened, that green dragonborn that was in the vignette at the beginning of the episode shows up at the Harlequin and Chalice and says to Oren, I have some questions about a lead. And that's where we ended.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, Shannon, now that you've done the recap, what is your grade you give to yourself?
I still think it's a B+. We're gonna stick with that.
Chat, what do you think?
Don't ask them. They're mean about the grading.
No, I would stand by the B+. I think that was a B+.
B+.
It's like it was not that you missed things. It was there's the little things is what you missed. It's like you got everything that we needed. I got the idiosyncrasies of the scene.
Oh, Alex said it should be a B++. Thanks, Alex. That makes it a little better, because Shannon fucking hates B's.
Yeah,
of any kind.
The absolutely meaningless plus at the end.
Oh, it's not, Sean. It's not meaningless.
That's like putting 4.00.
You know what? It's not meaningless.
The thing is, at the end of the day, Shannon, I always say, I think B's and B pluses are good grades.
That's nice. I don't.
Well, then I think you should be kinder to yourself, because, and also, I grade how people are supposed to grade, where a C means that you understood the material, and that a B range means you excelled, and an A range means that you've perfected it.
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist.
I know
Sean.
You are. I know you are.
So A range.
What am I? And this is our exposure therapy.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it.
Maybe I should be harsher to give you more exposure to bees.
No. No, I don't want them. I don't want them. I want A's. That's all I want.
Yeah, well, I was a B+ student. because my GPA was a 3.4, which is just slightly above a B plus.
I think we had this conversation last time I was on.
And then in grad school, I was an A minus A student. So I had a 3.85.
I was a 4.0 student in grad school.
I don't believe in 4.0s, though. I think that 4.0s are nonsense because no one's perfected anything.
Excuse me. I have twice.
What have you perfected?
Teaching. The art of teaching. Because I got a 4.0 for my master's in elementary education, and then I got a 4.0 for my dyslexia certificate. So, yeah.
You're perfect at writing papers and taking tests.
Yeah.
But you're also a pretty awesome teacher. So let's talk about speculations. Speculate wildly, Shannon.
Wildly.
What do you think is going to be happening soon?
Well,
what do you think are going to be the consequences of your actions?
I know what we're going to do tomorrow in the session because I don't know if you saw
made a to-do list.
We
I
did.
have seen the to-do list.
The to-do list. Yes.
Well, I told you guys. Well, you
I
signed off, but I told you guys.
Yeah,
to make
they put
a to-do
it.
list.
Yeah, and we did.
I got it.
We listened to your directions. We did.
It's a very nice to-do list too.
Yeah.
Very organized.
Yeah. Thank you, Alex, for compiling all of it.
Yes, thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
So. Yes. So what do you? So yes, you are going to have a little bit of downtime.
Yeah, you did. And all of us were like, absolutely not.
That's very clean. Because like I don't, like if it's like downtime, it's good to know what's gonna happen or what you want to do.
It's good, yeah, because it makes it like efficient and like and I like that we split it up into RP and non-RP. And I think a couple of those RP things can be combined.
A couple of them can be combined, and also some of the RP things cannot be RP, and some of the non-RP things can be RP.
Exactly.
Depending on
it's just good. We're just gonna the vibe. We're gonna we're gonna go with the vibe tomorrow and just see what happens. And we did level up at the end of the session last week, so. We rolled some HP off screen. We rolled.
Well, you rolled some HP. No one else rolled HP. Yeah, they all take the standard.
Cowards, y'all cowards. Roll. I rolled the standard, I think.
Yeah,
no, I thought maybe one.
You rolled
above.
a 5, I think.
Yeah, I did.
Which I think is the standard for
a D8.
For 8, yeah, D8. But yeah, I mean, I know you guys have like some purchasing to do and some leads to follow up on.
Yep.
We've got to catch up with Sigil again, Dolvana.
Torcal.
You all have some Torcal, just to talk to the people you already know. Didn't do a little bit of exploring in Hyven.
Mm-hmm.
But with all that in mind, I don't want you to speculate on that because you kind of know it's what you're going to be doing. Speculate about what the results of some of that exploring is going to be, and then also speculate about your position in Hyven after these events. So let's start with your position in Hyven.
I think it's going to take a little bit of time for for the incident with Hastings to kind of spread. So we're doing a week of downtime.
Yep.
I think that's about as long as it's going to take. I think by the end of that week, it's going to be pretty widespread that some fuckers killed Captain Hastings. And I think there's going to be that heat is not going to die down. It's only going to get hotter. 'Cause he was a pretty big deal. Or at least a bigger deal than us.
Yeah.
And I think about the line that you had him say a lot. I think about it a lot. He didn't say the line a lot. He said, "I assume I must have wronged you at some point," which makes me think that he, fucks over a lot of people or just doesn't care. He's in it for himself and doesn't care who gets in the way. And we probably weren't the first people to come after him, and we are the last because he's dead.
Yeah.
So
it just reminded me to write my notes in parentheses next to his name. Dead.
Yeah. I think Bruce and Septimus are fine because they were not seen.
Yeah, and they even said that towards, where you were all like, Jacquette was like, let's hide out in the abandoned house, and Septimus was like, nope,
there's no reason for us to. Yeah,
because I have not been seen.
I've not been seen
in incriminating ways.
Yeah,
I need to get the fuck away from this place.
Exactly.
And sleep well tonight.
Yes. Yep. So I think they're not gonna have any problems, talking to their contacts. I know Fearn wanted to go back to the Otter business because Vensdog is fight night. But I'm hoping Sass will get to talk to him before that to be like, you need to fucking think about your actions. Like, think about the repercussions that this could have. People know that we faked that fight. People, when you show your face in there, they're not going to laud you as the hero that you were the last time you were there because they know now that it was fake. So I want to, Sass wants to talk to Fearn, first of all, to be like, listen, you can't just go in swords blazing the entire, for every fight. Not every fight needs violence. Not every combat needs to end in bloodshed. If you had stayed behind, I might have had that kind of thing. So I want to have that conversation.
Yeah, we would have maybe had an actual persuasion roll there instead of
the complete
give you a persuasion roll.
No, because
yes.
Yep. Oh, I'm aware. So
that's interesting that you want to do that, or that, because I'm curious if Fearn wants to talk to the rest of the party, given the end of the last session where he said we should get them a gift, flowers, right? We should send them flowers. As an apology.
Yeah, he did say. I forgot about
Bruce
that.
In there.
It did sound a little Bruce. Apology. Sorry for your loss. But that's something I think might have been. It was on a couple of our to-do lists, but to talk as a party of being like, all right, this did not go well. If we're gonna work together as a team, we need to set some ground rules. So I think that's gonna happen, or at least if it doesn't look like it's gonna happen, Sass is going to try and get everybody together and be like,
yeah, you had in your list chat with the party about ground rules and working together moving forward.
Yes.
So does Septimus has that sort of in there as well, and I think Bruce does too.
Yeah, just because that was a major fuck up. It went south so quickly, and we did not have control of the situation. So we need to have the party needs to have a heart to heart. Our first party heart to heart. Oh, it's gonna be great. Something I also want to do, because I have a new Eldritch Invocation.
Saw that.
Of Mask of Many Faces. Yes. And I've
I've never seen such a campaign where that is so necessary.
I know.
The way Mask of Many Faces works is you can cast it for free. It doesn't cost a spell slot.
Yes.
The thing to be aware of, though, is it still lasts an hour. So you have to, when you re-up it, you have to kind of excuse yourself and recast it.
Yeah.
Because it'll show you transition.
Yeah.
You have to put it back up. Or at least that's how I play it.
And I think that's a great way to play it. I'm totally down to play it like that.
Just because I like there being at least a tiny limit, because that's a small limitation.
Yeah, but it's a small limitation, but with the way I plan to use it, it's a big deal. It needs to be done correctly, otherwise it has repercussions.
And the thing to be aware of, and this is Jacquette is that's why Steph keeps mentioning how badly he wants the Mastermind Rogue features, is your voice doesn't change when you cast.
Oh, I know. I have a plan.
Oh, excellent.
I have a plan. I was thinking about it today. I was like, I know what I want to do. And it's gonna be.
Speaking of accents, and how do you feel about your Irish accent?
It really depends on the day. Some days I feel good about it, and other days I don't. And like there's certain like scenes where I feel like it's good, and then I feel like I slip out of it. And so let me ask you this: how do you think it sounds?
So I would say, like, obviously, like, all of us, like, none of our accents are perfect. No. We're you know, because it takes a lot of work to actually perfect an accent. But I think you now have a good foundation, where you're not like, I don't notice it nearly as much as you slipping into like, the Scarlet British accent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't notice that nearly as much. You have like a foundational Irish light accent.
Yeah.
That
Irish
then sometimes
light.
you get, it gets better, and then but you could always you always fall back on an Irish light.
Yeah.
As opposed to you falling back on British, which you used to always do.
Right.
In like the session zeros and even maybe the first few sessions.
Oh yeah.
Now you have your Irish light foundation.
Yep.
So there's always a sass.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's better and more Irish.
Yeah.
I will say, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I will say, learning Irish on Duolingo has helped me with my Irish accent.
You know what else helps though, Sean, is when you send me TikToks of Irish
send
accent.
Shannon. Basically, if a TikTok pops up that has an Irish person in it, I just send it to Shannon.
Yeah,
like,
it's really helpful.
I don't actually like
just watch
like,
it. You don't watch it
regardless of the content. No, I do watch them.
Yeah.
But I know like sometimes I'll send you stuff. I'm like, I would never send this to Shannon unless except for this situation.
But that's
like,
how
it's like a random like man making a chair that I.
That's how I learn accents though. I have to listen to it, and I have to listen, and because if I listen to it enough, then I can imitate it, and that's how I've always been able to do it. So I very much appreciate the TikToks. They are very, very helpful.
I will continue to send them.
Please do. Yeah, so I feel like it's gotten better since session zeros. And I do think, I remember you had said something about like needing to work on the range, so it's not just like the lilting part of it. I do feel like I'm getting a little bit more range.
I agree. Because the problem with doing a new accent that you're not confident in is you can't, it's just hard to raise your voice and whisper.
Yeah.
You tend to talk in just like this same level of voice, and then like add just like or as opposed to actually whispering or yelling in the voice. You just add like this weird crustiness to the voice. Yeah. So I have noticed, like, especially when you were yelling at Fear in last session, I was like, okay, like you're getting more confident.
Yeah, I felt more confident with it
instead of like just the fast voice that you do when you can't yell in the voice.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. It's getting better. I have not tried that accent before, but I am always willing to learn something new.
It's a precarious one because that's not very stereotypical.
Yeah.
Which, granted, Irish can too. Like, a lot of people tend to just talk in a really high-pitched voice.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be
Irish
the
does
stereotypical.
Have, like certain dialects of Irish do tend to come out as more high-pitched.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of Americans who do an Irish accent just, like, do, like, a leprechaun voice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did notice that I've kind of, like, Sass is kind of breathy. Like the way she talks, like, she's got a lot more breath behind her voice than Scarlet did. And that just kind of happened. And I don't know if that just is like, I don't know if that, you know how like people say that like having a podium in front of you helps making speaking easier. I wonder if I feel like the breathiness is that podium for me. Yeah.
It might be, which is good.
I don't know. I just really wanted her to sound different than Scarlet.
Yeah, which she does, which is good.
Excellent. Yeah. So,
what do you think is going to be the last question? What do you think is going to be? So when that does spread, that LaRue killed Hastings, what do you think the effects of that going to be?
Based on the small amount of information that Shannon knows about Alina, I think she might lead a manhunt for him and want revenge of their own, of just like, you know, you killed our captain, like we cannot let this go, like something has to be done here. And I actually wanted to ask you something, I think Alina said to Sass something about like, you know the rules, and it was when she was talking about like, are there more of you? And obviously Sass was lying. Was she talking about the tattoo?
She wasn't in that moment.
Okay.
She was actually referring to in the way that you mentioned. You said you'll probably be captain, and she was saying you know the rules and that you don't get to claim captainship.
Elected it's captain. You're elected. Yeah.
Yeah,
I also side note, I really like the way
kings.
I really like the way that you said, because Sass had she was stuttering and said like, well, I suppose they, and then something, and then I really like how you said, what you suppose Saskia got her full name. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that felt good.
that felt good. That was good.
Because Alina is like, I want Alina
to
come off as this no nonsense like quartermaster.
Yeah.
Like she cracks the whip.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to seem like haughty almost. Like she stands the tallest.
Yeah.
I mentioned her like jacket comes all the way up her neck.
Yeah, definitely got that vibe.
Have that like posh, also a little bit of posh.
Yeah.
Almost like a headmistress at a boarding school.
Definitely got that vibe, and that's why I think like she's not gonna let this go. This is not gonna like, it's not gonna be like, you know, she's probably gonna be captain and that's that. Like that's not. She's gonna follow up.
Yeah, and then Lasha is supposed to be a little bit more soft.
Yeah, got that vibe.
And like a little more.
Is she like second in command of Alina, would you say, or did they just happen to be like, the two that were there?
No, she was promoted after the incident from Foremaster to bosun. Mm-hmm. She took Bjorn's position.
Got it.
And bosuns and their crew manage dinghies and like any like water based things. So like the bosun or the coxswain, which is the assistant to the bosun, would be the one taking the dinghy out to transport people.
Got it.
So she took the dinghy out to transport Hastings, and Hastings chose to take Alina with him.
Got it. Yeah. So, yeah, I think...
Because Alina is second in command. Quartermaster is second.
Got it. Yeah. So, I think there's going to be some rearranging on the Bone Rattler. And they're going to come after LaRue. Because they saw LaRue, however briefly. So... It'll be interesting to see.
Alina is a very smart person. Yeah. One might say she has the
keen mind. So she's not going to forget.
Yeah. And I have to finish the list, but I have other crew members that you would know. At least like maybe not personally, but you would
just know of. Yeah,
them.
That'd be helpful.
Like Callum Quanfrey, the navigator, or the gunners Polly Vandermeer and Sonny Vandermeer, who are twins.
Amazing.
And then the other folks like the cook, the carpenter, the sailmakers, the foremasters, the other riggers, some of the seafarers. I'm not going to give everyone. Some people are just going to be named.
Sure.
Because a crew for a large ship like this would be pretty large. I'll give you the most important people.
Appreciate it. That'll be very helpful. So yeah, we'll see what the downtime brings tomorrow. See if we get any new jobs. If we're successful.
I saw you all in your to-do list. Like you guys want to get like day jobs.
Yeah, yeah. Day jobs and
which is totally viable. You know what's interesting is the book for Strixhaven has like rules for day jobs.
Oh yeah, cool.
Because you can get on-campus jobs in Strixhaven.
You work steady.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. Like when we did our Strixhaven game, it wasn't long enough for you all to do that. But like you could work at the cafe, or you could work at the library, or you can do a bunch of stuff. You could be like a yoga coach or something.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's so there are rules for that, so we can definitely work with that.
How do you feel about our to-do list? Did we do a good job? Did we do a good job, TM?
Hey, I mean, it's not about a good job. It's about what you want to do and what you want to have fun, what you want to explore in the world. I think it's interesting. I think everyone has interesting stuff that they want to do. Like I like that one of Fearns is just to work out.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it all makes sense for your characters, and it's all like close enough to each other that I don't think anything's gonna be solo. Like we're not gonna have like a 10-minute part where only one person is playing. And we're obviously gonna do like what I'm gonna think is like I want you guys to prioritize. Like obviously we can do things in the order they would chronologically during the week, but like I want to do anything that's people together I want to do kind of first.
Yeah.
And then if there's anything solo,
we
can do that. But I have a feeling all of that stuff's going to be grouped in some way.
Yeah.
Not at least 2 people. And all
Maybe we should chat before we go live tomorrow, just to kind of get like an order of events, just so everybody knows. Like we're on the same
Well, you
page
guys are going to I'm going to have you guys roll initiative.
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
And then it's like, okay, Saskia, you're up. What do you want to do first?
Mm-hmm.
Like what, and it doesn't have to be like you saying like, oh, like, even if we, it's the kind of thing where I'd want to keep it chronological.
Yeah.
So like, I'd probably cut you off if it led into the next day or something.
Sure.
Before someone else got a chance to go.
Sure. Yeah.
Just in case there's a reason for it all to blow up in your faces.
Just in case. But we haven't done that for downtime rolling initiative and like doing that. So I'm excited to give that a shot and see how that goes. And I think that's smart, because it kind of like it's not the awkward of like, oh no, you go. Oh no, you go. You go.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also not like and then I'm gonna time it your turn can go no longer than 10 minutes before it goes to someone else's.
Yeah.
Just to keep it fair, keep it moving also, so we're not like with someone for 40 minutes.
Right.
Because their thing is a little complicated.
Right.
And then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at the beginning of the week, with Ven's dog,
mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna check in on we're gonna do like a group check-in at like Saturday, and then
mm-hmm.
then go through the second half of the week. And, and then you guys can do as many group check-ins as you want, but the formal one to make sure so I don't want to get to the second half of the week without you all having talked about what's happened so far.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Cool.
I love how this story's going so far. This is
me too.
It's so different from last campaign, but I love it.
Right, and the thing I absolutely love is that we are. The characters matter more, the NPCs, because you're not just we're leaving and going to the next town. We're never even going to return to this town ever again.
It already feels so much more fleshed out and more real, for a lack of a better term.
Yeah, it feels the RP is more interesting because I don't know how you thought about it, but I just loved introducing the investigative journalist into this in the vignettes. Cool. It's just this helps the city be living and breathing. Because I keep mentioning the newspapers.
Right.
Because I want those to be a part of the world.
Right.
Because it's this is a world that has printing presses that are pretty efficient and would have, a print newspaper for the city.
Yeah. It's cool.
Newsy boys running around going get your paper, get your papes, get the Hyven Times front page murder story, guy murdered in church, face crushed by something bludgeoning like.
That's exactly how it went.
Hey, mister. Hey, mister.
Mister?
Hey, Mr. Catman.
Yeah.
Hey, horns. Scary lady. Want a paper? It's only 5 copper. 5 copper for the Daily News.
Now all
Hyven Times, best paper in Hyven.
The
only paper in Hyven.
Newsies is just running through my head. Seize the day.
Extra, read all about it. Murder in the temple.
Murder in the on a pirate ship, y'all.
Closing down the docks because there's been a murder. All right.
Okay.
We gotta stop
we
before
need to
this
go.
becomes a
Yep.
thing.
Yep. It's already a thing. Are you kidding me? Who we raiding, Sean?
We're going to raid. I don't know why I said that way. We're gonna raid on down to So Maddie Games, where they're playing Duval and Dragons.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Maddie Games. All right. Join us tomorrow night, folks. 6:30. Ow.
Don't do that.
6:30 Eastern Standard Time for some Adrift in Aldhalor to catch all this drama.
All the drama.
Wednesday 8:30. It is the return of the.
Well, it's not the return because you already returned.
Week was, yes, last week was, and I loved
the continuation.
I loved it, so I'm very pleased to jump back.
I missed it so much, Sean. It was so awesome. I had my laptop up. I was sitting on the couch. It was great.
Yeah, it was. I didn't realize how much I missed it too. It was just such a lovely night. And I need it to paint. Like I will not paint these minis unless
it's scheduled time to paint. Yeah.
All right, before this timer runs out and they send the raid automatically, have a lovely day, night, wherever you are in the world, and we hope to see you tomorrow night.
Thanks for hanging out, friends.
Bye.
Bye.